Alright, yo, what's up, Tim? Welcome back. So I've got a few ideas. Check this out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the dry leaf and I'm gonna change it for Wakazashi. And I'm gonna reinfuse some weapons with heavy, and then I'm gonna test or just see the AR. Actually, we can see the AR first real quick. Like, here's the deal. Like, I want to see what if we just buff the weapon. Actually, no, spells. Like, you know what? Remove slicer. I don't actually need it. Like, what if we put scholar armament here? And we compare, like, the AR. So the AR here is 601. 601 like this. And then if we hold it like this, it's 381. But 691. So it is technically higher. What's the actual buff here? We go from 381 to 691, I think. So it's like 310. Yeah, it's 310 is what we get out of that. It's a lot. That's a significant amount. Significant amount. And I'm sure, like in the case of this, we would do even more damage if we have like strength here. Yeah, it goes to 718. 718 is more in line with like serious damage. So we could actually have a damaging TS. It's just that we're gonna depend on buffs. And what's the AR without the buff? It's pretty significant. We optimizing? Well, technically, if I was to optimize, I would be using the prisoner starting class, but obviously we don't have access to that like for today's stream. But I want to I want to explore a little bit more of like what we would be able to do with this build stat spread. Because I feel like, like the gravitational missile is great and all, but for open space, like what can we actually do here? And like I want to look at stuff like this. Like this is like 526, which is not that high. But what if we use a heavy infusion and then we buff it? So we said 526 and then we get to 648. So that's a pretty significant difference, and then we can probably do some like decent damage like that. So I think for the most part, our damage would be a lot better if we do that. Really quickly though, let me just see what would give us the highest they are. This is 322. Heavy is 320. Interestingly enough, heavy is a little bit less. And keen is 319, a little bit less. And what about quality? Also, Isham, thank you so much for the Prime resub for 19 months. Really appreciate that. You like the gravitational missile invasion? Yeah. And Firekeeper, thanks a lot for the membership on YouTube. Really appreciate that. And then last one is quality. Let's see quality. Quality is even worse. So technically we get a little bit more damage out of standard, but I'm pretty sure heavy would do more with the talisman. So we have this now. I'm gonna remove meteoric ore, and we're gonna actually see. I want to see like how the Shamshir would be here. Like how much damage would we get for Shamshir? Like Shamshir magic is magic Shamshir 634. So 634, this one is 365. Oh, 389. Okay, so heavy is the play here. So what was magic again? It's not fire, magic. Now we're gonna compare. So magic 634. And now if we buff it, let's see the difference. So we go from 634 to 699, which is not... From 634 to 699, that's not really that much. I think it's definitely worth to have this here. Yeah, 729 is a lot better. So like you'd go like this at 729. A 729 AR Shamshir is definitely good. I think we're gonna try a few weapons like that. For the Ash, yo Fuji, how you doing, man? For the Ash, we have a few choice. I think logically you'd want either Spin Slash or Sword Dance, or maybe a Storm Stomp. Let's go with Sword Dance. So technically we're gonna keep this here. Actually, I'm gonna redo the inventory a little bit really quickly because I want the Wakizashi. Actually, I want to see the Wakizashi difference too. Let's see a magic Wakizashi versus a heavy one. Yo, Arambe, haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, man? Thank you so much for the resub for 67 months. Dude, thank you so much for still being around, dude. Haven't been able to catch a stream in a while due to work, health, but it's good to see you still doing your thing. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. I hope you're doing good, dude. Okay, so technically, Magic Wakizashi 532. 532 Magic Wakizashi, and then Keen is 300. Actually, I think if I was to compare them fairly, I think I'd put like this here. So Keen is 320. 320 for Keen. Got 320 for Keen, 315 for Heavy, so Keen is a little better here. And then, what about Standard? 308. Actually, can't do that. The other one is quality, which I highly doubt. Yeah. So keen is the play here. Let me just double check what was the magic damage. I think it was like 532. Yeah. So 532 for magic. So we want to compare 532 to so 532 to 630. So you gain 100 AR by doing that. 100 AR is significant. That's a big difference. That's pretty cool. So that gives us options, right? Like that gives us like a little bit of a different option. And I think I'm gonna get the keen one over here. This one's gonna be keen. Okay, is there another one that I want to see? Maybe Raptor Talon. Magic Raptor Talon. 524. And then this one that for sure is going to be better. Keen. So we go from 524 to 621. I mean, it's good. It's very interesting to have these options. I think I'm gonna keep it keen. What about Starfist? Starfist is 570. $570 versus wow, 657. I mean, it's still very good, but I mean, pretty much everything that we have, like, if we can, it's better to buff the weapon. Like, it's better to just buff the weapon and just rock it like that. And just, like, rebuff when your buff wears off. And just keep your buff active. That's probably, like, the best damage you can do melee-wise. So, at least we have that. It's definitely good to know. But you definitely need, like, weapons that are reliable to do damage normally, which, to be quite honest, I think it's probably best to have, like, one Kestis that's heavy, and another one that's magic, just so that you have both. And to be quite honest, I think I would rather have Storm Stomp. Alright, now let's just redo a little bit of the inventory. So technically, we're replacing Kestis with another Starfist. And then actually, where is it? There it is. So this one here, we're gonna replace this one with this one. Is the inventory fine? We're gonna need to, yeah. Okay, the inventory is fine like that. We're just gonna just gonna change a few infusions. Like this one is going to be magic. Even this one I think is going to be magic, and then if I need to use one to buff, I'm gonna use those that are up there. And then obviously this one you want magic. So that's good. I think that's good. And then for this one we could have, like, what's it called? Lifesteal Fist on this. I think it could be funny. You know, have this Keen with Lifesteal Fist, and then you buff it and you do like the one-shot grab. Why not? And then for the lance, I think same idea. Oh, you know what's crazy for the lance? You could have... Oh no, but you can't use Flame Strike with the lance because you're gonna remove your buff. So that's not that intuitive, I guess. Not too sure what would be best for lance. Maybe, what's it called? Something to prevent you from getting, reverse backstab? The Stormcaller, maybe? Well, I don't think I'm gonna be using the lance, it's just to see, really. Okay, I think we're good with this. I think we're gonna start with that. I'm just unsure about the Pada, because usually if I want to swap the Pada here... Oh, I have the wrong infusion. Usually if I want to swap the Pada, it's because I want to chase someone down. So, you know, if I want to chase someone down, I think I'd rather have it... I'd rather have it be magic. And then, like, if I actually need to infuse one, I'll just use the one from the old inventory. Alright, guys. I think that's good. I think that's, Oh, and while we're at it... If we ever kick someone, I think it's best to have this dagger at least magic infused. Alright. Okay, we're gonna try this out. And the other thing I want to try out, like, I thought about that, would be cool if you could do like this, oops, this into this. I think it's too slow, but we can try it. Alright, let's do this. I think we have enough stuff to make it interesting. I'm definitely curious about buffing some of these weapons, like buffing the weapons so that, like, you have like a massive damage. I think this benefits more like setups that that hit like multiple times. Like, I think Twin Blade, like heavy Twin Blade with the buff, I think would do wonderfully well. Alright, let's try this out, guys. Few things I want to try. And we always have the nuclear option, if necessary, but... So let's try this out. Another thing that I want to try that I've not used today is this here. Hey! Okay, there's a blue now. Because like last stream, I did not use that debuff a single time, and it's a good debuff. For fuck's sake. This does a lot. It works. Oh my god, this is so good. Oh my god, this is so good. I think we just cooked something. That dagger R2 into this. Wow. Because that thing does, like, you know, like 900 damage a pop, like, for that attack. That's brutal. Because they kind of want to panic roll, right? Because, you know, like, you have this, and then the follow-up is hardly reactable. And so, like, they'll panic roll, like, after the first one. Because if they don't, like, they get hit by the second one. And then you mix it up with this, which is nice range and then brutal damage. It has crazy lingering hitbox also. Dude. That's so cool. The only thing that's a little... maybe not... Okay, 3... Because, like, basically... Like, you know, once I hit them, like... They were basically, like, one-shot, so you want to do that. And then, oops, and then you want to have, like, the glintstone shard, like, available, which is quite far in the inventory, but to be fair, I think it's in the best spot I could put it. All things considered, like... Just technically... Like, what you want to do is this, into that. But what's the fastest that I can do, Okay, it's not that fast. Okay, that's not that bad. Because, you know, you need the finisher afterward. Because the recovery is quite high after you do the piercer. So if you don't kill them right here, right there, well, you know, you're gonna need to finish them off. But yeah, I think I'm gonna redo this build, like, a little more optimal. Leveraging a more, like, varied weapons that make sense on this build. And, you know, start with the prisoner starting class and not, like, focus on the gravitational missile and the blades of stone, but, like, keep those as, like, the nuclear option. Like, you know, you have that option when you need it, or you have that swap if you want it, but, you know, you make the build in a way that still makes sense for melee combat. Because last stream I didn't really have many options for melee. Everything that I had did, like, subpar damage to a proper build, like melee weapon wise. So I want to see and explore a little bit, like, what are our options here? Like, what can we do that makes sense for melee combat? Yo, Luvial, how you doing? What's up, Baldwin? Nice to see you. Can R2 work with Piercer? That's a good question. The reason why I do it after the first R2 is because the second R2 doesn't have the same prio. And you know what? Let's Gideon. Okay, no, they can panic roll faster. Comboed. That's Dragon Brett. Okay, we don't need to switch tallies either, but that's a good thing. He has the bubble. I like the piercer as an option to break people. Seems like pretty good for that. Okay, now that they're following us closer, we swap that out and then and just like that, we end up doing the same thing as last stream. We do no damage. It all leads back to the nuclear option, guys. It all leads back to that. Doesn't matter what you do. Oh, you know what, though? I just thought about this. If I had my meteoric staff here... No. Yes. Wait. No, I'm tripping. I was thinking of, like, you know, if I have, like, Azure staff in the offhand like that, you know, if I swap like this... But I would need to start with the other staff. Like, I was thinking, like, can I, like... do some like more efficient swapping to like change my staff in a different hand while having meteoric in the offhand. Anyway, all roads leads to blades of stone. Yeah, well, to be fair, like technically the idea for this is, you know, your strongest stuff is for sure gravitational missile, blades of stone, but when you're in like open space and you can't really use neither of them effectively, like what do you have? So that's why we're like trying to figure out like here, like what else can we use? When in doubt, push the red button. Yeah, exactly. The other thing we're gonna see today is for those who missed the little start of the stream, like we set up a few things. Like if you'll notice in our inventory, we have like this that's you know, this is what's it called, keen infuse. You know, this is heavy infuse actually. Technically this one should be magic, this one should be heavy, or even oops, well, there's like one thing that we have as an option that we have not used yet is to just simply use Scholar Armament to buff a weapon instead. The microplastics in your brain is telling you to give give me money. Well, thanks thanks Drunk, I appreciate that. Thanks for the support, man. And thanks to the microplastics as well. Not really sure I went to the right spot. Not sure if they're down or if they're up. I think we need to go here. Let's just be careful. Let's do that. Does the large glintstone scrap do anything decent? It's useful because it has very, very long range. It's like, I'd say it's a good finisher for someone that's a little out of the normal range. I need to figure out where that host is. I feel like we see him on the map and then he disappears. The host probably like here. No? Where is he? It says he's here. Oh, he's inside the pipes, I think, right? I think he's inside the pipes. Oh, we're gonna figure that out. He's not in this one. Yeah, I think he was inside the pipes. I think it's gonna... Alright. I think we're just gonna respawn. I'm gonna regen my blue a little bit. Wait. Is he like here? I think he's like here. Well played. I could see the light. Oh my god. Probably the best spell, or just period the best attack in the game to actually kill people in this specific situation. Like, there's really nothing else in this game that's as good as this spell for this specific use case. What's funny is, like, you know, like, they're using the little light because they, you know, the game is so dark. And that little light actually gave them away. Otherwise, I would not have been able to see exactly where they were. But, you know, they glowed through the pipe, so... Thank you, video game. Okay, there's two of them here. But like I said, I don't want to... You know, I want to try to not, like, abuse the... the same stuff, like, too much. Oh, you tanked that. Gonna be above. Could be right here. Cool. There you go. It's one down. I could have outspaced that. Okay, he did not care. I like the piercer. No. Let's heal up. He's just mashing out of it. I'm trying to see, like... You know, we could just, like, spam him with the dagger and he wouldn't be able to do anything. But I was trying to see, like, if he rolls, like, how is the timing for the piercer? Because earlier we roll caught someone that panic rolled, but we also saw someone else earlier that was able to roll, like, faster than we could roll catch them. So, like, I was going, like, what I was trying to do there was to see, like, if I do this into that, like, any panic roll out of it, like, safely. That's what I wanted to see. But all he kept doing was just, you know, he kept spamming out of its stun, so we couldn't really test what we wanted. Carrion Greatsword combos into Piercer? I wonder if the Carrion Greatsword is faster than Piercer. Oh, at max cast speed. I don't think we have quite max cast speed, though. But But it would be worth testing. Like, it's slower than Piercer. Oh, okay. One thing that we could try is this, like that. Maybe if we have it like at max cast speed, because with Radagon Icon, I'm pretty sure we're at max cast speed. Even then, like, we could use... actually, this one would do even more damage with the full charge. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I think it would probably be best to maybe sacrifice this one in this case. Whoops. This one for Radagon Icon. And then try this into this again. See how it works. Because it's a good mix-up, because technically, you know, like, this has priority into the follow-up, so people will be inclined to roll away because the follow-up is coming, so you do this into this. But I'm not sure yet if it's the proper timing for a roll catch. That's one thing I want to see. Because the Piercer does about, like, 900 damage so far. And so, like, you know, getting a 900 damage punish after someone panic rolling after Wakazashi, that's a lot of damage for one, like, minor mistake, really. Like, that's a big punish for a small mistake. Also use Gavel as an hyper armor splash option. What, do we have hyper armor options on this though? That's a good point. I wonder. The only hyper armor option we have is a swap to Wave of Darkness, which is not. I mean, it's going to be fairly slow, all things considered. Maybe the Gavel would be a good idea. It's hard to sell. It's hard to say. The host went up here. Yeah, he's just... Unfortunate that we we don't get to play here more often. This map is just... This is like this is the best invasion map, I think, in the entire game. Especially when PvE is alive, like this whole level. Like, the enemies are strong enough to hold their own. Like, you have, like, little rooms. You have, like, basically a lot of variety and a lot of ways to kill people. It's, like, the perfect map for invasions. You love how much louder Gravitational Missile is than anything else in the game? Yeah, that's true. We have, like, for... Whoops. Actually, wait, what? Okay, never mind. Because, like, for running attack swap, like, I'm starting to wonder if I should not base the inventory around the staff instead of around the dagger. Because, like, my swaps are made around the dagger, but technically I think it's probably best to do it around the staff, because for the most part, I think you'll want to have the... I almost fell off here. For the most part, I think you'll want to have the staff equipped. Okay, where do you go from here again? Oh, yeah. That's not what I wanted. I actually pressed the two-handed dagger and it ate the input, nothing came out, and then I ended up doing the spell for no reason. It says there's 2 of them. You just have to survive long enough most of the time. They'll end up dying on their own. Honestly though, like, I think I'd rather have like the staff as the centerpiece of the inventory and like have Wakazashi's at the bottom here. I don't have enough right now, but like, you know, when Tarnished comes out and we make proper builds for each class, I think that's what I want to do for something like this. And even then, I'm wondering, like, because I will want to do a one-page inventory, and I'm wondering if I should not have the dagger at the bottom and then the staff at the top, so that no matter what I swap to, I always have the staff to swap to at the top and the dagger at the bottom. That's the advantage to a one-page inventory. It's like every time you press like the trigger tick up, your top row is always what you're gonna get, and same thing for the trigger tick down. So you can make like inventories that are a little bit more consistent than multi-pages because of that. That's like one advantage of doing that. So technically I could do like the daggers at the top actually, and then you know, the staffs at the bottom, something like that. The gravity spells are confusing since you have the same casting animation. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point, but you're absolutely right. Like, for someone that's trying to roll these, it's very difficult to guess, like, which one's coming, because, like you said, like, the animation cast is basically the same. I think we should start Invasion with Gravitational Missile just for safety reasons, because, you know, if you're spawning in a cave with multiple people, like, you don't want to spend the time to swap everything you need. You want to have it, like, readily available. And then if you are in open space, then you can take the time to, like, set up, you know, get Carrion Piercer here, you know, set this up, you know, set this up, and then be good to go. It's a little unfortunate that you have to swap the staffs around. Actually wondering, like, if you have this 1680, so 1680 for the main hand gravity one, and then see, like, 2230. The damage difference for like mixing up the two staffs is massive. And then let's say you have this here. It's not even like nearly as much. So I think it's worth to take the time. Like, the damage difference is just too high. Like, technically you really want to use this setup with like Azure Staff main hand and then Gravitational offhand, or Meteoric Staff I should say, in the offhand. Because the reason why it's like that is the Meteoric Staff is unupgradable. And so, you know, your spell or your sorcery scaling here is 272, whereas with this one it's 362, so big difference. Of course, Lusat is even more, but technically you're gonna miss a lot of cast speed if you don't use Azure. And with everything considered, I don't really mind like losing on that cast speed too much. It's just the Lusat. Let's just take a look at how much. Let's just take a look at the difference real quick. Oh, the damage difference is actually quite high though. Like it's like 300 damage extra. Yeah, it's 300 damage extra. I mean, I think there's a good argument to use like either or depending on the situation, but Lusat, you know, the Lusat staff, it costs more to cast your spells. So, you know, it's you'd have to make a call there, because technically, like, I really doubt that the Lusat is gonna allow you to like one-shot someone. Like the damage is not gonna be high enough. It's more like if Azure is like shy of two-shotting someone, then it's probably worth it to swap to Lusat. But in most cases, you're basically trading a two-shot for a two-shot, which is not really worth it. You'd rather have like faster cast speed there, and he might die over there. Wonder if they're gonna come. Yeah, he is. Wow. So see there, like we were just shy to kill the yellow. So Lusat there maybe would have been better. It's worth it to have collapsing stars just to get someone off a cliff. What's the range on collapsing stars? Because we could switch Comet, which I don't really use. We could use that for this one. Let's just see the range. And compare the range to this. And the range difference is significant. I think I'd rather have Comet. But like you said, there is definitely a use case, though, and an argument to be made for certain situations for collapsing stars. But I think I'd rather have like just a straight punish, where I can just like chunk people with that instead. I think it's just a matter of like preference for different situations, I guess. Because there's definitely going to be situations where it's going to be better to have like collapsing stars, like you said, to get a gravity kill. But there's going to be other circumstances where you'd rather have Comet. But to be fair, I've not even used or needed Comet yet, so I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe collapsing stars would be better just for the specific use case that it gives. I mean, it's hard to know all this stuff. Like you have to play a lot with the same build, right? Like for the most part, we're like playing with the same build, like maybe for 2 streams, and then we're switching builds. So it's one. I'm gonna test the damage on this guy since he's AFK. Oh, he DC'd. I was about to say, like, okay, which type of damage do we want to test here? Sometimes when you have AFK people, it's worth the damage test a little bit. Use them as test dummies. To be quite honest, like the Radagon, I don't feel the need to use Radagon icon. I would rather use Godfrey icon for the extra damage when fully charged. The only reason I'm using Radagon right now is I'm waiting for the opportunity to actually test the roll catch timing with this, you know, like using Wakazashi and then trying to do a roll catch with Piercer. I want to see at max casting speed if that's a thing. That's why I'm using Radagon icon instead of Godfrey icon. But normally I'd prefer Godfrey. I think the damage difference is massive when fully charged with Godfrey and without it, versus you don't really see much of a difference with we're not gonna go on their side. We're gonna be stuck there with them. We're just sitting there. I think we're gonna be waiting for a while, guys. What's unfortunate is because of this map design, like it's basically a stalemate for them. Like they're forced to wait, and I'm forced to wait because if I go in there, I don't have really any option. And if they go in there, like they heavily risk just dying by, you know, anything that could throw them off the branch. So it's a bit of an unfortunate situation. Wondering like what else we have could be interesting here to hit them with. And the only thing I can think of is the big pots. This guy is definitely watching. He did not dodge. If we hit that, he probably... Oh my god. That was almost a kill. That's unfortunate. I think I'm gonna try to land this while they can't really see all that well. Oh, he saw it. The host's still back there? Yeah, he is. That's unfortunate, honestly. Wait, which one has a bow? I didn't see it. And the arrow points toward the host. No. Didn't get to see it. I think if we let them come here, maybe it will be a little better. Wow, okay, well. That's so sad. PvEers who don't want to play the game. Classic. Not even close. Now we have a blue to deal with. Insane falling off at the wrong time. It's just so whack. Come on. At least we get some blue juice here. So close, actually. We need to make a move here, but we can't like play without too much cover. Whoa, I almost fell off. Gotta be careful. There you go. Why did the blue just stand there? I don't think you understand. Like, blues are, you know, are a generic form of AI, and they're being trained by us, the players, for future video games. And they're still in their, you know, their training stage, right? So you'll see blues do all kinds of weird stuff, but that's because they're learning. They're not there yet. Never look at it blue in the eye? Yeah, never look at an Aldrich in the eye. Pre-alpha AI? Yeah, exactly. Pre-mind alpha. I think that's the name of the AI enemy in Armored Core 6, right? Mind alpha. Holy fucking frame drops here. Frame drop the DLC. Crazy stuff. Okay, there's two of them in there. Oh, there's one guy. How many people? Oh, there's two. I'm surprised that this guy did not get the barely survived. Let's try this. Close. Wait, why did it only do this much? That's so strange. Am I missing something? I should not. I did a different amount there. What are you doing? Okay, the host let me fight. Alright, let's see here. Wow, the enemy Loki saved them. Oh my god, dude. I was wondering why our Piercer was doing low damage. We don't have the right staff. We were supposed to have this one, that's why. And forget that. That's why our damage was so low with Piercer. Normally it's way higher than that. And also our casting speed for Piercer was significantly reduced as well. Those are little details that you can't really forget because they make a big difference. What tally am I using? Right now I'm using these. Oh, you know what I could do though for the gravitational stuff? I don't actually need... Wait, one sec. Dude, I'm so stupid. Oh my god, like... Why was I stubborn on having the main hand be the casting hand? I can just keep the Azure Staff in the offhand like that all the time. And then when I swap to the dagger, like if I ever need to two-hand the thing, like I can just two-hand the offhand. Like what was I thinking? That was like the solution all along. All right, let's just wait. Let's just like no more like confusing the casting hand and what we're casting with. Like I overcomplicated stuff for no reason and it didn't make any sense. Like the play is to have Azure in the offhand, keep it there, always have it available, and when you're about to swap to gravitational, you still swap to meteoric staff, but you still cast with your left hand. That's basically the solution. Let's just double check that I don't have anything else. No, I don't have anything else. Let's do that real quick. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. Just gotta make sure. Okay, it's everything until Milady. Gotta remove everything until Milady. And then you do this. Like that. And re-put everything. Which I think it's from Death Poker onward. actually, I think the inventory changes the order of some infusions. No, it didn't. Okay. Okay, everything fits nicely. Perfect. Okay, so here's the deal. Instead of having to swap our offense staff all the time, we can always have Azure here. And then when we want to use gravitational missile, we just swap this one, but we still cast with the left hand. And if we need to two-hand, we just two-hand the left hand instead of two-handing the right hand. There you go. That's the correct way to set this up. I don't know why it took me so long. I have a headache though today, so that's my excuse, but it makes way more sense to do that, because that way, like, if you ever need to cast like something else, like, you know, like Piercer, for instance, let's say you're playing with the dagger and you have Piercer, well, you're gonna get the full damage with Azure and the full casting speed. So there you go. Reaper, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, guys. And also, we still have not used the weapon buffs either. Like, we grabbed Scholar Armament today to try a few weapon buffs too. I think it's best to wait for a specific invasion for that, I think. You're a mage build too? Yeah, we mages have to stick together, man. Like, melee players in this game are all crazy and stupid. We mages are way more intelligent because we play the game the right way. See, that's playing the game the right way. Yes, and make hella mistakes and play safe, yeah. Exactly. What a place to invade. Yeah, some of these areas are quite terrible. To be honest, like, usually the little platform we were on like a second ago, this place is usually really bad to invade. Although, you know, with gravitational missile, you definitely have probably the best weapon or attack, whatever, however you want to put it, because I think it's the best attack for a spot like that. It's technically, like, as soon as you spawn it, maybe Dragon Breath on invincibility would be better. But gravitational missile for invading in a cave and something like that, it's definitely amongst the strongest stuff you can use. Nice, we reinvade here. I really like this map too. It's a good map. And I think there's an invader in there. He might actually die before we get here. Oh, he dodged that. Oof! The hose did massive damage. He only got clipped by the end of it. Gotta be careful. Yeah, the effectiveness of a mage build, I think, has a lot to do with how much damage you deal, because, like, I don't think this would be at, like, you know, like, the last stream that we did, we had a different stat spread, where we had a lot, like, much lower intelligence, basically, like, focusing more on balancing the build in every way, like, you know, having a bit of dex, a bit of strength, basically having everything at our disposal. Oh my god. Christ. Come on. This is annoying. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a pretty terrible spot here. We had a winning condition, though. It was not unwinnable. We were just a little bit unlucky with, like, every time we hit them, we were out of blue, so... it just kind of lined up in an unfortunate way. I think we can win that. I think I should have focused more on going down as soon as possible. When I used the lever, like, they brought it down, but I had time. Like, I backed up to go, like, in the corner to wait out the time where I could drink a blue back. But I probably should have just stuck around the elevator and just went down. And then get my proper reset, like, drink my physic, because I didn't even drink my physic, I think. Okay, this is more of an open space. I think we're going to be able to use a little more of a different approach. Let's try the piercer this time. Let's focus more on the piercer. And one thing that we're going to do that's very interesting is using this to debuff them. Oh, he does damage too, actually, so I'm debuffing myself. Okay, he does that. And there's a blue that comes in there. And he does holy, so that debuff, we're not gonna recast it. Because they do holy and magic, which... and the blue seems AFK. Go ahead and try to kill the blue real quick. Well, he's not there. Oh my god. That's just... we got baited. The guy was there. Like, grabbed the controller last second. So unlucky. Alright, we're gonna have to play this a little more careful. I was sure we were going to get a free kill on the blue, otherwise I would have done different stuff. We have some PvE to help us out, though. I think it's probably time we try buffing some of our weapons. I mean, that really did. It doesn't really matter what you use. When there's like two people like shooting range stuff at you, with like one guy up front, like there's nothing really that you can be doing that can kill anyone. And you just have to wait. Like here, like even if we attempt to punish this blue, like the host is just chugging big moons at us. If we don't pay attention, we're gonna get hit by one of them. Oh, or that. It's not a very good spot to fight overall. I think I'll change my approach actually. Okay, I have an idea. Just need to do it. Gonna regen some blue. The DC, dude. These people are such pussies, dude. What the fuck? I think if we want to ambush someone, it's probably even better to swap to the loose sat when we swap to this to get really the max damage we can get. Does carry a trusting sword or trusting shield, you mean? I guess there's multiple people. Wow, the lag there, what the hell? It was very laggy. It's one down. That big damage. Well, that was the host. That's like the highest damage we can do with this. And the S-Stock that can cast spells. Oh yeah, I guess I could use that. Someone told me that the damage is bugged with Gravitational Missile. Not yesterday. I think it was the day before. My bad. Or was it yesterday? I don't even know. I guess it depends on your time zone. Don't know if it's been 24 hours or like 23 hours. I mean, this map is sure is something. Let's respawn. Normally, I hate invading in this map, but with gravitational missile, it's probably not that bad. Because you really have a big advantage in caves. Because your AoE is just so large. There you go, I think we spawned up top. Oh shit. That's what I mean, like having this spell in caves like that. Like, you're in a 3v1 situation. Like, if I have any other build, like, I'm in big trouble there. Like, at this specific moment, I'm in huge trouble with any other build. But with this one, it's like, you just chunk these things at the wall, and then, you know, explosions after explosions, and it never stops coming. $400 damage on the Phantom versus 900 with a Xur. Insane difference. One of them was blocking, though. That's why it took less. Fair and balanced, for real, though. You like casting Flame of the Felgall into the wall? Yeah, I did that a few times back when we tried Pyro, like even before the DLC. And then recently I played Pyro again, and you know, in the back of my mind, like back when I played Pyro, I was like, you know, Giant Flame Take D is like one of the best like spell for invasion, or like best attack in the game for invasion. And then when I tried it, I was like, dude, this is not really that good. And the reason why I didn't feel that it was that good anymore is that gravitational missile is just so much better than every other like area of effect attack that it just dwarfs everything. And it makes all these other spell like feel bad when gravitational missile is just so overtuned. Because, you know, the big fireballs, like the idea, like the reason why you used them before the DLC was that it was one of the few attacks that gave you a big area of effect. But then the DLC came out and gravitational missile basically like tripled that area of effect. And so now that you have like triple the area of effect, like the other ones feel small in comparison. You know what I mean? It's a strange spawn. Definitely have to respawn here. Three people, right? Yeah, 3 people. I think we're not even in the right location. I think these guys are like in another spot completely. I'm just gonna double check and like do this, but yeah, no one's here. And this seems to be cleared out too, now that I'm looking at it. Oh. You can see some movement. It doesn't go through that. I did not even see him because it's so dark. The magic resist came a little late, buddy. Funny stuff. It's true now that you think about the two compared. Yeah, dude, like again, like before the DLC, like I was basically in love with the giant fireball because it felt like the best spell in the game to me for invasions, at least, not necessarily duels, but for invasions. And then you had Catch Flame, which Catch Flame is way better than Carrion Slicer in my opinion, because Catch Flame, well, I mean, way better. Maybe not. I guess it depends on the setup and what you're playing against and yada yada, but with Catch Flame, what I'm trying to say is you have a reliable stun and you keep priority, which is a rare thing. It's fast, it keeps priority, and it stuns, so that's really nice to play with. And then you have the... So basically you can use Catch Flame for close quarter encounters as a base spell. And then for long range stuff and shooting at a crowd, you have the big fireball. So it felt really nice. But that big fireball is still dodgeable, like fairly easily on reaction. Whereas you look at gravitational missile, if you're in a closed space, it doesn't actually matter if you can dodge it on reaction or not. Because if I don't shoot it at the floor, it's just going to stay there, and it's going to create a frame trap with something else that I'm going to be trying or using. Having Wakizashi as a main hand weapon definitely makes this whole setup like way stronger, because Wakizashi is like one of the better weapons for close quarter, whereas last stream we had like Dryleaf. Dryleaf was extremely unreliable to hit with. You had the right idea? Yeah, like, if you're fighting someone that has this sort of kit, like magic kit, like, you don't really want to let them cast, like, you want to push them. But yeah, Wakizashi here, it's pretty much the weapon you want for someone trying to push you. How many people? 2 people. Yeah, he's gonna watch, I guess. God damn it. Thought I spaced that, but I didn't. Let's get our Piercer out, and then let's... Where's Radagon? It's like far here. Almost. There you go. Alright. Alright. Let's do this. Can Lance tank this? Interesting against the shield because I can just do that. Oh. close. Okay, it's a little risky to go for Slicer there. There you go. That's a one shot. I was trying to think of, like, what do I have against shields? Of course I can do some good chip, but do I have anything particularly good against shields? The hose does no damage. To be fair, Great Lance one-handed, like, shield poking with, like, you know, without counter hit damage, because he's, like, I think he was using probably, like, a frost one. It's gonna do very, very low damage. The Magos dagger is not... I don't like that dagger. It doesn't have priority. Like, Wakizashi keeps prio, that's why it's so nice. Magos has a nice it has a nice first attack, but it's like everything else in this game. Like, when you lose prio after your first attack, you're like, whatever. I'm not a big fan of that. It's not a bad weapon, it's just I much prefer Wakizashi. It's not even comparable to me. And it's really because of the priority. The priority makes it amazing. Yo, baby turtle, how you doing, man? What's the best way to practice hiding that you're in a menu mid-fight? Oh, you definitely need to be running while you menu. I think that's the best way to hide it. If you're trying to hide that you're in menu. You need to be running while doing it. Because people, like, can't really tell, like, when you're running what you're doing. How many people? There's 2 people, it says. So he probably has someone hiding. Oh, there he is. I thought I had my dagger. I could not see because of the prompt on screen what I had in my hand. I never look at, like, the equipped weapon on the left. I always look at what my character is wielding, so I got confused for a second. I was actually attacking that guy with my staff, like, just doing that. That's funny. The range on the missile is ridiculous. I agree. Fully agree there. Honestly, I'm thinking here, like, do I sacrifice this here for Radagon? Like, let's see the damage difference, right? Let's see. So 2,230 versus 2,139. So let's say roughly like 100 damage. Well, it's probably gonna translate to like 50 because we did like 2,000 against this guy, and when we're fighting people, we're usually doing like around 1,000, not 2,000. So it probably roughly translate in like 50 less damage. 50 might not seem that much, but you know, like killing someone with 2 gravitational missile and you're doing like 50 less damage for each shot, that's definitely gonna make it so some people are gonna resist it. Ideally, we would scrap Great Jar Arsenal and have the Radagon icon here, but otherwise we're going to be too heavy for what we're using. You guys know how much damage Godfrey icon gives? Because if it's only like 10% extra with full charge, I'm not actually quite sure it's really worth it. You guys know how much Godfrey icon gives for full charge attacks? Let's actually test it on PvE. 20 dex won't change anything. You need 40 to get rid of Radagon. Yeah, but we have Azur's Staff, which gives 30. Like, technically, like, having Radagon puts us at max dex, basically. But it's 15%? Okay. Let's just see the number difference. So, like, let's say we have Godfrey here, and we fully charge it. 3091. And if we remove Godfrey... Let's see if... Yeah, that is 2,700. I mean, it's... Like, against players, it's gonna be, like, around 150 damage difference, probably. So, honestly, it's definitely worth having. Like, 150 damage difference, that's definitely the difference between killing someone and having them survive, so... We still have not used much the weapon buffs, now that I think about it. It's just that Gravitational Missile is so strong in nearly every situation that... I'm slowly realizing how many, like, cave and indoor invasions we're getting, like, in general. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we need God. Like, that's a good point. I forgot about the Blades of Stone. You're totally right. Like, you need Godfrey for Blades of Stone, because you don't really use Blades of Stone, like, uncharged. You always fully charge Blades of Stone. Because if you use it uncharged, like, you get one spike. Like, the idea of why Blades of Stone is so good is that when you fully charge it, 1, 2, 3, it lasts for a very long time, and it does like 3 hits. So you definitely want to. What about 20 dex plus the speed staff? That's what we have. We have like I think we have like 18 dex. Yeah, we have like 18 dex and the speed staff, so you know, it's close enough. Like, we're not at max, but it's close enough. Miyazaki's rewarding me with invasion where I can benefit. Well, so far, like, I don't know if it's because it's today, but it's making me realize, like, how much interior invasions we usually get. Like, it's just interior. The breakpoints are in multiples of 10. Also, there's no difference. Like, it's not, like, incremental. So there's basically, like, no casting difference between, let's say, like, 10 and 15 is what you're saying. So the game basically counts my dexterity as 10. Is that what you're saying? Well, with the staff, like, being 40, it's like as if I had, let's say, 50 virtual dex. That's not true? Here we have conflicting info. This cast speed reduces frames and you don't have half frames. Oh, I see what you mean. Right. So it's not like a mechanic that's baked in. It's just the fact that, you know, like you can't cast... Like, there's no in-between like being like 1 frame faster or 2 frame faster. It's either 1 frame or 2 frame faster, right? I get what you're saying. It's a good point. Okay, I don't know where they are. Okay, they're this way. So technically, you know, like there is in between. Oh, elevator going up. There is in between. It's just that it's not actually going to make a difference. So like, see, in here, I'm thinking, oh, we have Big Boy here. Definitely gonna try to take advantage of that. Close. That's not what I wanted, god damn it. Okay, this guy's dead. Big Boy here is gonna help me out. You're gonna kill everyone. And then there's just the host left after all of that. Big Boy being good. Like, this is what I want to try here. I want to try... actually, let's try it next time. That's brutal. When someone is like going, like using a lever or activating something, you just cast gravitational missile in advance and then you frame trap them from there. Basically guaranteed hits as soon as their iframe finishes. Having 70 dex on Piercer is a huge difference compared to a 70 dex on Slicer. Well, the frames are probably different for each spell. So I think you're probably right to say that, you know, like, incremental changes matter, but for some spells, and it doesn't matter for other spells. Yeah, ideally you always want Azur and Radagon, for sure, because it's, you know... But, like, in our case here, well, first of all, this starting class is Vagabond, right? Like, technically this build is not a Vagabond character. This is optimal with Prisoner. And with Prisoner, like, for a build like this, I would go with 14 Dex and 14 Strength. And then, you know, you can change your helmet in function of what you need. Let's say you need Zweihander, well, you use the 5 Strength helmet. Let's say you need, like, you know, like 18-18, you use the Divine Beast. And let's say, you know, you need Dex, yada yada. And so your base should be like 14-14. This is what I would normally go for. And then, like, the rest of the points, I think I'd put, like... I think I'd put, like, 60 Vigor, 16 Mind, and, like, 30 Endurance. And you'd have, like, 14-14 and 80 Int. That would probably be, like, the optimal stat spread. Although, technically, you could say that maybe having 58 Vigor and 32 Endurance might actually be better for a Prisoner starting class. But right now, like, we have to change things a little bit, because as a Vagabond starting class, we're losing points in different places. But 29 Endurance is crazy. Well, I didn't have like points to spare more than that, so we just went with whatever we could scrape for like an 88 poise break point while like using 2 staffs in hand. So our weight ratio is very, very low. But it works, you know, like it's still like we have good defense, we have good armor, like there's, even if it's not totally optimal, it's definitely not bad. I think we'll want to respawn. It's too risky to go up the ladder. Let's try respawning. And let's be honest, guys, like at 150, like 1 or 2 points difference, like it really doesn't really matter. We got one. And the other one ran away. Oh, that was the host. And the Phantom just ran off. That's so funny. We could be a true glass cannon and add Rakshasa armor to this. Oh, yeah, and the magic flask. Yeah, by the way, I'm not even using magic flask. Like, if you wanted to, you could push its damage, like, even further. Like, we're still sort of, like, treading on, like, the balanced side of the build, right? Even though we have, like, 80 int, even though, like, we don't have, like, the best amount of endurance, we're still treading on the, like, balanced side of things. Because if we wanted to go full damage, you know, you'd still have 80 int, but you'd have, like, much lower endurance. And like you said, you could have like full Rakshasa armor. And you'd have the flask. And the flask would make you take 10% more damage and you'd dish out, you know, more magic damage yourself as well. So you could really nuke people even more. And, you know, you could be using like Lusat like permanently to be doing even more. Like you could push that higher and higher and higher. That's the crazy part. But I am satisfied with 2-shotting people. I think 2-shotting people is, you know, good enough. Oh, it's this building. I think this is a bit of a pointless invasion, though. Like, this is a type of invasion where, you know, you climb a little bit, and then you see the host, and then you just pepper them with Great Bow, and then they die, or they're on the other side, and you have to do the whole parkour, and then the hosts fall off, and you did all of that for nothing. Or you slip on a banana peel, and then you die, and it's just nothing cool about this spot. It's fun for the first few months of the game coming out, but after that, these sort of invasions are not that great. High risk, very low reward, basically. Because all you have to do is just hit them once while they're on the ledge and it's over. How many people? 2 people. We have a gamer. Alright, we're gonna have to be a little more careful. Because this game plays both ways. Okay, so we have a big mage on this side.
Hey.
All right, big mage. It's you and I now. I love it. This is so funny. Oh, this is great. And what does he have? Oh, his great sword. Oh, that's big damage. Come on. He healed on me too many times. Let's just heal ourselves, set this up, and then kill him. The mage battle, guys. This is actually amazing. Good thing we have pillars, otherwise that would be like the most brain dead thing ever. Great fight. What's funny is in these sorts of battle, like, skills doesn't matter, so, you know, like, you know, anyone can win. It's like democratizing skills. Oh, man. I was out of blue juice, though, so good thing he died. But yeah, so far, I'm gonna say it, I think this is the strongest invasion build that I've played with. It's like, yes, like, you know, these spells are not great in open field, but come on, like, in close space, like, that shit is so busted that, like, it doesn't matter if you're fighting 3 people, like, they're all gonna get hit by the gravitational missile. The AoE on that thing is just so large. There's still skill, but it's a different margin. I mean, You know, it's like saying Armored Core 6 takes skills. Like, yeah, you're pressing buttons, but, like, the skill in Armored Core 6 is, like, stupidly limited. Like, I mean, at this point, like, you know, it's like the margin is so low that I think it's disingenuous to call, like, playing with gravitational missile, like, skillful. I really don't think it is. Is it fun, though? For sure. I mean, it is fun. It's definitely fun. It's fun to throw it out. Probably not as fun to receive it. It's like, but I get what you mean. Like, there's different levels to that. Like, you know, some weapons are more skillful than others. Like using melee and doing jump attacks is not, like, it's very effective and doesn't take a lot of effort, takes no spacing, whatever. Whereas, you know, like, you'd be playing with other weapons and you'd have to work a lot harder to get your punishes. You have to be aware of your FP and spell list. Yeah, exactly. You can spam like 16 missiles with 10 mine. Dude, I actually did not even check how many I could spam. Like, now you got my attention. I'm actually curious. That's it for him. The blues here. Let's see here. Let's see how many gravitational missile we can use without having to drink. I'm pretty sure it's a lot. All right, let's see. Oops, actually we're not. About 4. Technically, I could probably... But what about fully charged? Do they take more fully charged? 1, 2, 3. Or it takes the same amount fully charged. So technically, you could reduce the mine to 15. Like, the 16 mine breakpoint was... Like, I originally, like, came up with that regarding, like, the Dragon Breath. It was, like, the optimal amount for using Dragon Breath. But, like, for these gravitational missile spam, although, like, it's a little bit of a... Like, you don't necessarily want to optimize your FP, like, exactly for, like, let's say, like, 5 gravitational missile or 4. Because in the real context of playing the game, like, you're gonna be, like, on your Starlight Shard. You're gonna be, like, using BHS here and there. And so, the more FP you have, the more you're gonna be able to dish it out. Like, for instance, if you pop a Starlight Shard at the start of a fight, and then you cast some missiles, chances are you're gonna be able to cast 5, not 4. Because it's gonna have regen a little bit by the time you're at your 5th cast. So, I would not say that, like, having, like, a certain amount flush for your gravitational missile is really necessary. Because in the real context of fighting, like, you're using, like, a bunch of things that require FP, not just, like, one specific spell. And also, for the most part, most of the time we're alternating between, like 1 gravitational missile, then Blades of Stone, or, like, 2 gravitational missile, 1 Blades of Stone, or 2 Blades of Stone, 1 gravitational missile. You get the gist, right? So, again, I think it's worth testing how many Blades of Stones we can cast, though. How many people? 2 people, okay. But yeah, I'm happy that we finally like realized that the right way to set up our staffs was to have Azure in the offhand and just I don't know why it was like some sort of brain fart. I always had like the gravitational in the offhand, and so every time I was swapping off to something else, like my casting damage would be reduced. So it makes way more sense to have Azure in the offhand and cast with Azure instead of casting with the gravity staff. Okay, I think we wait a second. I don't even think they're here. They're like on. They're on the other side of the map. What is this spawn, dude? What the hell? They're not even in the castle. What a terrible spawn location. They're not even here. There you go. Okay, we're somewhat in the open here. I think it's the right opportunity to try, you know, the classic scholar armament. Need to outspace an attack. Come on, game. And then we rolled into that thing. Space it. If he did the follow-up, I think we could have grabbed him. I'm trying to grab them, but I think we're just playing with our food at this point. Let's go back where there's some cover. Wow, we survived. All right, let's just... Come on, game. Come on. Like, seriously? Game has been robbing us. Alright, let's just kill him. Our buff wore out anyway. Okay, now we try it on the host again. Alright, let's try this. Okay, finally. That's so lame, though. I felt like, you know, every time you touch them, you should grab them, especially given how short this attack is. It needs them to be almost in neutral animation and on flat ground. Yeah, the flat ground part, I definitely believe it. I don't think they need to be in neutral animation. You can definitely, like, trade against them attacking, but you're probably right for the flat ground, though. But I wanted to try it at least once, you know? Back in Dark Souls 3, you know, there was the Dark Hand, but the Dark Hand had a more reliable grab than this. For some reason, it's worse in Elden Ring. It's the same animation, but it's a worse attack. Like in Dark Souls 3, it like the Dark Hand could catch people in their iframes. Like if someone was to roll in the box of the Dark Hand, they would still get caught. So because of that, it really had like a really nice purpose, and it didn't require any stats to use the Dark Hand either. Like you could use it on any build, so it was like a nice swap. If you cornered someone, you could just swap the Dark Hand and just grab them while they were panic rolling in the corner. Was kind of nice. Remember, Darkhand would stop working for a whole session until someone landed a backstab? Wait, was that a thing, dude? What the hell? That's crazy. Was that just a PC thing? I don't remember that. That's crazy. That's so jank. What the hell? Maybe it was always a thing and I never realized. That's so funny. I guess maybe I never realized, but I got scammed out of some grabs, never knowing why. But I wonder if it was just a PC thing, because I remember it being very reliable. Okay, there's multiple people here. Wow, he hit me somehow, but that's it. Oh no, Kevin is the aggressive boy. Well, he was certainly aggressive, but, you know, spells do be like that. $13 holy? Yeah, dude. Russ, the damage for this is completely absurd. Like, the, you know, having the meteoric staff, like, changes your damage like crazy. Like, just look at this. Like, this is, you know, normal damage, 1711. And then you add... for reference, you get about half of that in PvP. And then, you know, you add the staff, and then it goes up to 2,230 just with the staff. And so, like, in PvP, this damage is about, like, 1,100 for this. Yeah, it is completely broken. And then the Blades of Stone, look at the damage on this. Look at this, 2,700 for this shit. It's even more than gravitational. Like, if your opponent like stands in all three of the rocks, they're dead. It doesn't actually matter what they're doing. They're just dead because they take like 1,000 damage a pop, like for each of these rocks. It's so broken. And the worst part is, you know, like, I'm not teaching anyone anything when I say that this shit is so free to land. It's useless in open space, but, you know, if you play around cover or around, like, you know, caves, rooms, indoor dungeons, you name it, like, you have so many opportunities to create frame traps with gravitational missile and Blades of Stone, and one frame trap and it's over. Like, if they get frame trapped, they get clipped by one thing, everything else combos and it's GG. Again, I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. I think this is the strongest invasion build that I've tried. And it's also the one that requires the least amount of skill. I mean, really, there's no skill involved in what you're doing when you're spamming that stuff. Like, literally zero effort endeavor. Did not see this one. Okay, let's try using this here. Not finish him, the host. come on, for fuck's sake. They even have time to pop a shard in there. It's crazy. Whoa, I was expecting a roll attack, not this. I think we're gonna do, it's not fast enough to whiff punish. I think we have to mix up first. We're not in a rush. We're recovering some FP in the meantime. All right, well. But like you see here, like in a space, in an area that's a little bit more open like this, like they have a lot of room to like run to the side or run away. And so like the gravitational missile and the blades of stones are not as strong when you have like room to like outrun it, so to speak. But that's what we were lacking. Last stream, we had, like, we didn't have a lot of good base weapons. Like, now this stream, like, using Wakizashi as, like, a main weapon is a lot better because your damage is, you know, is, like, you do respectable damage. Still better than Pyro in open area? Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, you still have, like, you know, like, Star Shower to pepper people. It's just that Star Shower, it takes a lot of FP for the amount of damage you do, and like, you know, you could like attack them with Star Shower, like they're gonna heal through your Star Shower, like they're gonna use more, or they're gonna out heal your Star Shower, and so you're not getting anywhere, you're just draining your resources. It's probably best to just keep your FP at that point, unless it's for a finisher, of course. Like if it's for a finisher, it's a different story, but if you're just like trying to do like sustained damage, like Star Shower is not really going to get you anywhere if your opponent can heal. If they can't heal, like, you know, if this is like a duel where people can't heal, like that chip is nasty. Very nasty chip. But when they can heal, they're definitely going to out heal it, for sure. Oh, come on. No! Oh my god, they're so lucky! Alright, let's just wait this one out. Oh my god. This is horrible, guys. Gonna have to be patient here. Okay, we got him, but we're still unlucky. Jesus Christ, we almost fucked this one up. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna remake this build with the prisoner starting class with like optimal stat spread, change things around a little bit. Mentioned combos. Are there any true combos in this game? Yeah, there are some things that combo into other stuff, but it's very rare. Like, as far as this is concerned, like your quote-unquote combo is really like your gravitational missile like this. And then, you know, you get them, you do a full cast like Blades of Stone, and then it's just a lot of hitbox that overlap eventually. And so they get frame trapped between the two and everything else, like combos into one another. Like if they get clipped by the Blades of Stone, then the gravitational missile will explode and kill them basically. But like, if you're talking about not pew-pews, well, you know, first thing that comes to my mind, you have fucking... like, probably one of the strongest melee weapon for invasions. You have Sword Lance, where the R2 combos into the R1. And you can definitely get one-shots with that. Like, you can make one-shot builds where you just do, like, R2, R1, and then that's GG. And it's a true combo. The only way they can escape it is if they have, like, Quick Step or BHS, they can actually escape it. But I think you can actually block out of it. Like, if you're two-handing your weapon, you can actually block, I think, the R1. You can't roll it, but you can block it, I think. And, you know, there's a bunch of other combos where, like, some weapons don't do, like, full poise damage, but if you actually do poise break them, like, it combos into other stuff. Like, you know, like Bear Claw Ash of War is another one. Like, the if you have, like, over a certain amount of poise, the Ash of War combos into the follow-up to do, like, 1,000 damage around, something like that. So there are some combos. And, you know, you could do, like, offhand, you know, Great Katana into, like, main hand something else. That also combos. Wonder where these guys are. Oh, well. Wait, where are we? Oh, never mind. We're outside of the castle. Didn't know where we were for a second. One thing that we have not tried today that I definitely want to give a shot. Wait, are they below? Wait, where is that? Oh, they're above. Never mind. Okay, let's keep going. How many people? Oh, it's a full squad. Okay, we have to be careful. It's a full squad here. Wait, where is it? Oh yeah, this way. are they? I feel like they went like in here. Where are they? Be alone here? Nope, never mind. Nice. The dagger is also like the perfect weapon to have to finish someone off. Like, you know, the first Phantom there was one shot, and so we could afford to pressure him. And it's gonna be very hard for him to do anything because we can just roll catch him on reaction too. And one thing that I've learned over time is, I'm sure you guys know Cannon of Ima, right? The spell that's basically like, I can just show it real quick, actually. So, the damage you get from Cannon of Ima, you know, if we do it, like, let's say here. Oops. I did not expect it to go that far. What about Gideon's Stash Ash of War? I keep forgetting to use it. God damn it. Well. And now I have the spell. I forgot to not invade while I was showcasing it. Alright, well, anyway, I'll show it afterward. What I was trying to say is, Cannon of Ima is... Oh, it's this laggy guy again. I should block this guy. Like, this guy's connection is atrocious. So what I was saying is, the damage from Cannon of Ima is actually not that different from the Hefty Magic Pot. And the FP consumption from Cannon of Ima is like massively higher than the pot. So like, you know, like if you hit this guy here, 1748. And then you do that again with the Hefty Pot. See, like 1705, like your damage is basically the same. But look at the FP consumption. Look at that, it takes like about half your bar. And then look at the the magic pot, the FT pot. Look at this. Like, it's pointless to use Cannon of Ima. That's basically the conclusion. Like, this spell is legitimately useless. There's no point to use it. I guess maybe if you want the specific, like, arc that it gives you, but even then, like, for the amount of FP it consumes, not worth it. And on top of that, you could just have the Great Jar and, like, as a helmet, and you would out-damage Cannon of Ima. So, Cannon of Ima inferior to FT pots. Confirmed. Show us the damage with Gideon debuff. Let's see here. Okay, if we go for like max damage, right? We would do like, let's compare first of all. So uncharged, we get 2,230 uncharged. 3091 fully charged. Actually, though, I'm not actually sure the damage that this damage test is going to be good, because I think when we cast the Gideon Ash of War, I think it's going to quote-unquote alert the enemy. And so, I'll be bothered by this scrub again. It's like when we hit against a wall like that, we're basically getting a sneak attack. And I think it adds like a multiplier to the damage we deal to enemies. So if we do the debuff, I think that debuff is going to count as the sleep attack. So the subsequent attack won't do as much damage. So technically, if we want to test this, I think what we have to do is do that. And then, yeah, 1858. So that's like your non-sneak attack damage, 1858. $2,576. And then no. It didn't work. So that's a spawn. Quite the choke point. I didn't want to fall off though. God damn it. I wanted to stay up there. We can't go back. Oh, can we? No, we can't. Can we go back? I don't think we can. Yeah, let's respawn. Astel Wing also combos pretty well. I prefer the Baby Rattle, the Bastard Star, I think it's called. I prefer that one, but of the host is around here. Where's the host at? Oh, there he is. Naked man. Oh. That's it. Alright, will we finally be able to to showcase the damage? Okay, so the fully charged attack without Gideon's staff was 2,576 against the PvE. And let's finally show it with the Gideon debuff. I think it's like 10% in PvP though. Oh, it doesn't actually looks about like 10%. Let's actually do it from sneak attack. Okay, so we go from like 3,000 to 3,400. And so like in terms of PvP, like this number, you divide it around by half. And so like in PvP, this would do like half of 3,400. So like about 1,700, let's say. 1,700 instead of 1,500. But you know, That's pretty good given how this debuff has a wide area of effect and they can't like heal it, and it stacks with crab. It's a very good debuff. I should use it more. The only reason I'm not using it is that it debuffs you as well, and I don't need more damage. Like, let's say I'm fighting like a squad of people that are using like holy damage and magic damage. I'd rather not use it than not taking more damage from them. So I'd rather like wait to see what I'm up against before using it. Does it stack with Frostbot and Sleepbot? I'm pretty sure it does, yeah. Like, technically, if you frost them on top of that, oh, dude, it's over. It is so over. Oh, little Elden Ring loading screen. I think the loading screen just froze. Oh, we got it. All right, we got it, but I think we have the bad spawn. Or did we? No, we didn't. Never mind. I thought we spawned up there. We're still good. We're in the open though. And the host is likely fighting the giant, so we might not even make it in time. Yeah. How many people? 2 people. Oh, they're not fighting the giant. All right. I want to try something that is unholy, though. I want to try something that is... Let's try this. That's annoying. In open space, that spell's annoying. Oh my god, he saved him. This is so annoying. We have to go on this guy. Alright. I wanted to try the damage for this, but let's try let's try the other Wakizashi with the buff. So we tried this again, but this one instead. It, but didn't get to see my Wakizashi damage. Because that's something I added to this build today is the spell buff. Specifically for this situation, like if we have an invasion like this one where we're fighting in the open, my gravitational missile spell won't be like as useful, and so I want to be able to rely on something else, right? So you do have to change your tallies, and obviously my inventory is not really made to swap those quickly, but I think it's nice to have the option. I wanted to see the trusting sword damage. To be honest, I was expecting a little more than that. Like 400 for TS is definitely not bad, but you know, on a strength build with the bundle, you'd probably do the same amount of damage as this. So without like, you know, without like needing to buff something. Wow, he gave up right away. All the spells that give faster animation when you spam need to take more stam on the... Wait, all the spell that gives you faster animation when you spam need to take more stamina on the faster subsequent animation. I think there's different ways to go about it. I'm not the biggest fan of how From Software make their spells, but I think Elden Ring went overboard as far as like spammable stuff. Like having like a strong spell like Comet here, like be able to be spammed like that so quickly. To be quite honest, I think it makes even less sense in PvE than it does in PvP, but you know, that's the game we got. It's not gonna change, so might as well play with that. That my teammate? No. No, it's all evil people.
Hey!
And we're completely in the open too.
Hey! Hey!
It's three players in the open. That it doesn't actually matter which build I'm using. It could have a TS on strength build. I would still not be able to approach this.
Hey!
Like these are the type of invasion where if you have people that have like the slight idea of what they're doing, like you're not winning that. Too close to each other. Okay, that's one down. Okay, they actually want to fight, I think. And he has the physic that heals him on hit, like, what a clown. What an actual clown. At least that shit doesn't last long. Oh, it's this guy from earlier. Actually, I should let him kill this thing. I wasn't paying attention. The ult was kind enough to not gank. wasn't paying attention. Oh wow, the last lunge was deceptively long. Okay, now we're gonna go in and kick him. Oh. Unless he does that. But yeah, like, you know, in open space like that, it doesn't actually matter which build you're using now that I'm thinking about it. Like, I could have any build. I would still not really have any option that lets me, like, push them or gives me, like, a winning chance. Technically, you just have to wait. There's 2 people in here. And this area is very good for me as well. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Oh, he one-shot the host there. That's crazy. The host got one-tapped by a fully charged gravitational missile. It did like 1400 on the host. I think that's the first time we actually do like a fully charged gravitational missile while they're debuffed by the Scepter of All-Knowing. Honestly, I should change the location of the Scepter to like here. You know, like have it like right there next to the staff, but it's not like I'm gonna keep this build, so I'm gonna keep it like that for today, but technically having it closer makes more sense. But yeah, that debuff is very strong because it doesn't take like one of your buff slot, and it lasts a full minute. Like 10% extra damage for a full minute is very significant. It's basically like free damage. Dragon Pimp when? I think Dragon Build would not be a bad idea for next time, something like that. But yeah, I'll say this build is a lot stronger than last time. Just having the Wakazashi instead of the Dry Leaf, it makes the world of a difference. Like, having this dagger for your main hand, it's really day and night. Like, it makes this like so much more like rounded out and balanced. Well, I say balanced, more like it's like you have an extra tool for other situations where otherwise it would be difficult to play around. Because you can basically whiff punish people with that. It's a good whiff punishing tool. So when people are over aggressive, like you have plenty, like, and you need to be over aggressive because if they're not aggressive, they're gonna get like gravitational missile and then blades of stone and yada yada. So they need to be aggressive. And so that dagger is the perfect tool to whiff punish and punish people that are over aggressive and are whiffing. This is busted. Surprise, motherfucker. uh. So stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I think I changed my mind. I think this build is stronger than strength build for invading. I think this is, like, by far the most dangerous, like these two spells, like, they're by far the most dangerous thing I've played with, or that I've tried. Like, sure, like, you know, strength build, two-handed clean rot is, like, strongest in 1v1, but like, in invasions, you're mostly not playing 1v1s anyway. Pretty broken stuff. All these mage invasions feel like payback after facing hundreds of phantom spamming spells. Dude, that's so true. That's actually so true. Usually it's never my turn, and then playing with this build, it's always my turn. It's like people can't actually approach you. This is the best invasion build. You've been using it for a while. Yeah, I would agree. I'd definitely agree there. It's the damage is just so high. It's really not hard to land 2 gravitational missile, and you could kill a whole squad with 2 gravitational missiles. So as far as the difficulty that it requires to hit people, it's very easy to hit people with these things. And then the damage is extremely high. Usually, like, as an invader, usually you're looking for stuff that does big damage. And usually the stuff that does big damage is hard to land for the most part. Or, like, specific. Like, for instance, Sword Lance R2 is not hard to land. It's a very strong attack, but it leaves you open a lot. And you might not necessarily have time to do the full combo. Because technically with Sword Lance, like, to do the, like, 1,000 damage or 1,200, let's say, you'd do R2 into R1, and then you'd have to do it again to like, fully kill someone. Whereas with this, you do that 1,200 with 1 gravitational missile. And then if another one lands after that, you know, it's over. And while you're doing that, no one can really attack you. I mean, as long as you're not, like, in the range of, like, any range stuff. But, you know, that's kind of the idea. Like, this is better in closed areas, not in the open again. In the open, people can just run away, and it's not really a threat. The only downside is it rots your brain. Well, I mean, game has been out for over 4 years now, so... I play with different builds, too, like, every like, a few streams or so. So it's not, like, the biggest deal. Alright, let's see here. Where is it? There we go. Oh wow, that net is nasty. What the hell? This guy has a terrible connection. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's net is quite terrible. Too much latency to duel. You can't really enjoy duels like that where the latency is that high. His most powerful stat is his ping? Yeah, so true. But you saw there, like, you know, for him, like, his plan was, okay, quick step in. Well, obviously he knew he had high lat, so his plan was like, okay, quick step inward on the gravitational missile explosion to basically, like, force me to be on the defensive. Like, I would not be able to do anything else afterward. Problem is, like, he's not going to be able to distinguish this cast and this one. This is literally the same animation. And so he's gonna quick step inward against Blades of Stones. And Blades of Stones is gonna hit him right there, and then it's gonna combo into my dagger, and then it's gonna combo into the following Blades of Stone, and then, you know, that's it after that. You know, eating 2 Blades of Stone means that you're gonna take like 2,000 damage. It's pretty much over there. What's the int and mind investment? It's 80 int, and I only have 16 mind. It's not really that much. I have 16 mind and 80 int. The 80 int is very important. Like, I tried... At first, we had this build with, like, 56 intelligence. And honestly, the damage difference is massive. Like, your gravitational missile do, like, 500 damage. Oops. Come on, AD input. Oh my god. Woo! Honestly, if we get slept here, we die. Come on, you stupid camera. Oh, they don't give a shit. Oh, come on, game. Can't even do the... So unfortunate. I tried to cancel my Estus by going down the railing, but because there's bump at every rail, it just canceled my jump. This is very winnable. It's very, very unlucky, to be quite honest. Like, this jump rail basically killed us. It was supposed to be an Estus cancel, and then didn't happen. I think that one's unlucky. We can definitely win that. Just don't know which grace it is. It's not this one. What's the name of the other one? I don't actually... I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. We're gonna have to change spot. That's unfortunate. That one was winnable. Was very winnable, even. They were just, like, extremely thirsty, and quite frankly, I missed the exit. I don't think we can reinvade them. That's so unfortunate. God damn it. it's not particularly hard to win either. That's the worst part. It's just like you can't fuck up. Like, you know, you're still against 3 people that are extremely thirsty. One of them has like a he hits you twice, you die with his sleep. I'd need to remove my my helmet. Change it for something that's focus resistant. One mistake game. Honestly though, like the reason I died was the railing part. When I jump on the railing, the goal was, you know, show it here, maybe not here. Like the goal was like you jump on the side and then you Estus cancel like that and then you're good. But because there was like a bunch of bumps, because we never invade there, it just canceled the jump and it kind of fucked the whole thing up. Made us stuck between them without our full HP. One thing that could be worth adding to this is a quick swap to Ender. I think having Ender is way more valuable than Moonveil. Like just having an Ender swap would allow us to basically like Ender into like gravitational missile. Okay, well they're gone, whatever. Yo, Kuro, thanks for the Prime sub, dude. Welcome in, man. Really appreciate that. Like, the play was basically, like, to do something like that. There you go, like this. That was the play I was trying to make. And you can do it on, you know, on railing. It's very consistent, but if there's a bunch of bumps, apparently it's going to prevent you from doing it. Okay, 2 people. Two people and a desync dragon. Great. We need to get out of here. The fire is not affecting them because the dragon's desync. We need to move away. Oh, that's a one-shot. Was that 1600? Yep. It was 1600 with a fully charged, and the guy got debuffed by the Gideon Ash of War. That's pretty nasty, man. And you know what the craziest part is? We could do even more damage by just using Lusat instead. Like, less casting speed, more damage. I think if I was to ambush people and I was certain I was gonna land it, I think it's worth it to swap to Lusat to do it. But when you're fighting people that are looking at you, I think I'd rather have a little bit more casting speed. full squad, but we might get fog walled. Latency is nasty. Right, they're just sticking next to each other. We can't really do anything here. He did not want to be by himself, so he went down. Oh my god. He's truly a scrub, dude. Wow, that's crazy. These gankers, man. Alright, they brought the guy with shitnet up. Just so that he could, like, bait me down. That's amazing. They're just ganking here. Even if they're bad, like, you can't really do much. Guy's net is terrible. Yeah, this guy's net is like actually dog shit. We can't even finish him even if we want to, because his net is actually too crap. And yeah, these people's connection are too terrible, unfortunately. Game. Like, the host being alone with me down there was a perfect opportunity to win, but his connection's too shit, so we can't, like, finish him. I guess lat's too high. even if he's really bad. And he knows he's really bad because the moment the elevator went down, you know, he just said fuck it. He's like, he went down with them, didn't want to be alone with me. We're gonna heal fully right now. He's gonna try to resummon. Barely. Jesus. And shit player goes down. He tried to projectile heal his ass. These people suck, dude. Fuck out of here. You shitnet shit player, dude. Crazy. These invasions are supposed to be unwinnable, but the build has the tools to win them. That's the crazy part. Like, see there? Like, I wanted that extra damage, and so I swapped to Glintstone instead of Azure. And it definitely paid dividend there. Yo, I be chilling. Thanks for the Prime resub for 49, man. Really appreciate that. They got greedy to send the Phantom back for a refill. Dude, these people are so thirsty. They want to get every advantage possible. So they tried to refill the Phantom back to like his full stack. Because he took like a lot of them took damage throughout the whole thing. But they didn't want to leave the host alone. So they did like one at a time. You know, of course I'm going to jump on that opportunity. Like, fighting 2 people is way easier than fighting 3. But yeah, Blades of Stones here, coming in clutch for the kill. They could be down here, they're not necessarily up. Elden Ring spawn at its finest, guys. I think at this point it's probably best to go take the elevator. Can use gravitational missile above their head? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Because a lot of these players are not like mechanically good at the game in any way, shape, or form. So just having them like look up with the camera stick, I think it could cause a lot of problems to them. I think you're right. It's a good idea. Like that last invasion, I don't think I'm winning that with like another build, if I'm being totally honest. Maybe I'm winning that with, actually I was about to say like maybe with like a double crusher, but they were latent. So like you can't really catch them with anything with that sort of latency. That's the biggest issue. But with these spells you create frame traps, so even if they're latent, you still have a shot at like catching them into like a full combo. There's 3 of them. Oh, goes down, I guess. For some reason, the Blades of Stone did not follow the guy I was targeting whatsoever. It just shot at the wall and that's it. It was a little strange. It does that sometimes. I'm not sure what's the logic behind it. Smoke Lead, I played with Marika Hammer like quite a few times before. It was not the first time by a long shot. It's a cool gimmick, but it's not like, you know, it's not like as amazing as you make it sound to be, as you make it out to be. It's fun though, I'll give you that. It's a lot of fun. How did he even get hit? Oh, the range on gravitational missile is insane, dude. It's so large. Smokey, use gravitational missile instead, alright? That shit is truly busted. You do? Oh, okay, well. Yo, Teach, how you doing, bro? Teach, this build is crazy. Like, this shit is so nasty, it's unreal. They're gonna be on the other side. I don't think we're gonna be able to reach them. It's easy mode? Yeah, it truly is, though, to be fair. It's, it just does so much damage that it doesn't even matter what you do. Like, you just chunk people. Like, right now, let's do something funny, alright? Forgot to have this. Okay, let's try that again. Hopefully they're close enough to the wall and they didn't hear anything. Alright, try number 2. Okay, no one there. It's just a complete waste. Like, they're at the grace, like, right here, but we can't reach it. I'm gonna try respawning, but last time that we tried respawning here, it just Nothing happened. Actually, I'm gonna wait for my my blue to regenerate. Is super poise mage more enjoyable than fast roll? Like light roll favors people that are not good because they don't have to time their roll. If you're good at these games and you time your rolls, like the impact that it's going to have on your success rate is going to be vastly different. Like it's going to be way stronger for like the difference is going to be way stronger for someone who's bad at rolling. Like if you panic roll like crazy, you're going to get shitted on mid roll, and you know light roll is going to allow you to survive. But if you have good rolls, like you know, it's gonna like still gonna be stronger to light roll a little bit, but for the most part, you'll probably prefer. See, like we got the bad spawn again. You'll probably prefer the mid roll, and to have the poise to tank some attacks. Every time I'm here, I always get these crazy ass spawns where you can't reach them. Thoughts on Tree Spear, viable or niche? Tree Spears are a very good, great spears. I really like it. It's a more skillful weapon than than whatever we're using. Like, it does take some effort to be good with it. Like, see, crazy fucking, crazy spawn. We can't actually play. I'm probably gonna back out, but I'm gonna try like one last spell. But yeah, like Chirko said, it's also niche because you need a dedicated build for them. Yeah, there's no way to reach them. All right, great game. You can reach them from here? How though? Now you're teaching me something because I've been invading here for a long time and I never saw like anyone like go around. It takes you to the beginning of the castle. I'm gonna check it out after this invasion actually. Can we jump here? I think we can, right? Yeah, we can. Got a blue. Did I catch him? No, I didn't. It was too far. There you go. Actually, no. We went for the Hail Mary. Dude, the blue was so far. Alright, Teach, I have to see this. Let me go there. I want to see it. Tried the Renala staff for the funny spinning weapon. I mean, yes, in the past, but like since they nerfed the infinite, I have not used it. I mean, it's good, but technically, I think you're better off. Like the setup here to do the most damage is you need the meteoric staff as your backup staff, and you need to be casting with another staff. If you want the most damage, lose Sat, obviously, and then if you want the casting spear, Azur. The other one does about the same amount of damage as Azur, but without the benefit of the casting speed, so it's hard to justify using another staff than Azur or Lusat. But okay, let's see here. Where was it? Castle front. Checkpoint, I think. Alright, so you said go down the where the waterfall is. Let's try that. And see if I can jump on any roof from there. Or actually, it's gonna be faster if we go here. Oh, there are some dogs here. So technically it should be from here, right? Oh, that was an enemy. Wait. That's it? I completely forgot about this spot. Okay, maybe not jump here, but... Wait, where do you jump, though? Do you jump here? Looks like a deadfall. You have to land on the peak of the roof? Okay, yeah. Wow. I don't think I'd never known about this. Well, that's definitely useful to know. Okay, well, I'm glad you shared that. I did not even know about this. I did not know about this shortcut. I mean, it is a game changer because the amount of time I've backed off of this area because I did not know any way around the gate. I missed a lot of invasions because of it. Now that I know I can go around, it definitely changes things. What do you do against Blink Bolt? You attack it. If someone Blink Bolts into you, you attack. Oh, he's dead. A little sliding around like a ninja. Is this comedic? It's broken, dude. It's completely broken. I'm enjoying it while I can because, you know, this is probably the last stream we play with that in a while. Is Dragon Pimp next? We can try. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna use next, but you know, gonna mix it up. You see now why Radon mastered Gravity Magic? It is the strongest magic, for sure. No doubt. But the dragon build was also pretty busted, because you can actually one-shot someone with one Dragon Breath. And it's funny because Dragon Build is a little different in its like favored spots. Like this with gravitational missile, like this setup favors closed area, caves, you know, areas with a lot of walls and a lot of objects, whereas the Dragon Build prefers a more open space with like one ledge, just so that people can't like stop you while you're using the Dragon Breath. So you like jump on something, jump higher, and then Dragon Breath, and then if there's no cover, they're fucked. So a little different. We got one person here. I think that's the same guy as earlier. Let's try a different approach. Oh, he tanked that, and he did not even take that much damage either. Like, we traded fairly evenly. Again, actually he wins that because he can one-shot me from here. So I'm in one-shot range at the moment. It's pretty bad, all things considered. This is dangerous because his lat is significant. I mean, we tried trading the Carrion Piercer with his attack. Not worth it. He was doing more damage than we did. But we tried. I thought the Piercer maybe could stun him, but, you know, it doesn't do, like, as much poise damage as I thought it did. So, I mean, that's fine. You try things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In this situation, I think it's better to 1v1 the guy pure melee and not even use the spells because it's purely in the open. The only thing that's really worth using, I think, is Star Shower. In this situation, you're probably better off either like spamming Star Shower or just going like full melee. But because he has high lat, it's very dangerous to go melee because he's using big hype armor with high latency and he wants to force trades. And so either way, I think the right play was probably like just use dagger purely and then, you know, BHS cancel it. That's probably the best play there. Like no spells, just BHS dagger. This guy's just spamming. Let's spam back. All right, guys, last one, and then I'm gonna call it for today. Last one. I'll say though, as broken as this build is, it's pretty fun to use. I like it. Whether I like it because it's broken or I like it because big AoE. I think I like big AoE attacks. And I also like having a fighting chance when I'm fighting multiple people, and this build definitely allows you to win invasions that with other builds it would not really be that winnable. So it's nice for that. Because normally with other builds there are certain invasions that no matter how well you play you're not going to win them. With this build it feels like, you know, you always have like somewhat of a fighting chance. Like, I think the invasion earlier where we got stream snipe was a perfect example of that. It looked pretty grim. And then got one opportunity and that was it. You know, they sent the Phantom home for a refill. And that was enough to just go in there and get a kill right away. We're actually out of Starlight Shards too. It's pretty funny. It's 2 players. And that's the last invasion for today. It's just perfect representation of this build. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, very fitting. Oh god. Well, guys, I will miss this build. We're probably gonna revisit it at some point, but I will miss it. I mean, we're gonna probably try other stuff, but man, oh man. Was this easy or was this easy to play with this stuff? Pretty broken. Alright, well guys, I hope you enjoyed the Majin. Next stream, either we're gonna do like Dragon, which is quite brain dead too, but at least you do have to jump on something before you do an attack. For with this, you can just do it from almost anywhere. But yeah, either way, guys, thanks a lot for coming by. Really appreciate the support. I'll catch you guys up next time. I'm sorry. All right. Have a good one, guys. All right. Let's raid someone. Let's see who's on. Alluvial is on. Let's raid Alluvial. All right. Take care, guys.